It is that time again. It is Friday evening.
Wait, before you get fully into it. Look, before you get fully into it, Marv, all I see is you and me. I don't see Darth.
Oh, good call. Good call.
And I didn't raise my mic. I'm also unprepared also.
We're all off point today.
I'm sitting here crouched over. Here we go. Now it's too high. Come back down. All right.
How many times you told that before?
Round 2. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and transgenders and non-binaries, because we don't discriminate. It is another Friday evening with the Ultra Heelz, live from Bravery Studios, Clifton, New Jersey. I'm Darth Messiah, the Dark Side Savior, always and forever, on his worst behavior. I don't get hard, I stay hard. Miss a DM, find me your mama's DMs, and I'm also hatless. So that's like strike 2 before the show even starts. And my partner in crime.
It's your boy, Alex the motherfucking Hill, the Stanley of podcast, the leader of the Fuck the Revolt, and also the leader of the Misfit Man, and now I'm also the leader of anybody that nickname starts with a D, that means they number dicks.
And behind the window, the super producer, Mr. Nolly Marv.
Hey, hurrah, bravery up.
Bravery up. How's y'all's weeks going?
Oof. Shit. Alex, you want to start?
Mine's is crazy. I've been working hard as hell. My boss about to go on vacation, so I got to run my team, and they gave the wrong man the wrong kind of power.
I always feel that way at work when I'm alone. I'm like, who was stupid enough to leave me in charge of $2 million?
First of all, who's smarter to leave me alone with just $1,000? I mean, that's all I need.
So, like, I never asked for this kind of responsibility, but somebody gave it to me.
Yeah.
And speaking of work, there was another fight this week. Apparently, somebody got their arm broken. I wasn't there for this one, so I can't attest to what actually happened. But not only did they get arrested, they also took a trip. Not only did they get arrested, they took a trip to the hospital. God, man, your supermarket is becoming like a wrestling faction and stuff, bro. Like, it's crazy out there. But now the problem is they upstaged me, so now I have to come back and do more. Yeah, facts. They took out your they took my juice. You gotta do now, right? They took my juice.
You know what you gotta do now, right?
What?
You gotta recreate the Stone Cold and Booker T part 2.
Oh yes. Shout out to Commissioner Kelvin in the chat.
Yeah, I don't think that'll go over too well, because then I'm like destroying company property.
Hey man, somebody's gonna destroy it. Look,
it wouldn't be your fault. It's just you trying to get away. You trying to stop him. So things happen in between that point.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll just stick to giving people the master lock or potentially suplexing them into the window.
George F said elbow drop from the cash register.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. Dropping food. What's wrong with you?
But everybody eating. Marv's got smash burger. What you eating over there?
Some chips right now until I go ahead and get some real food. I'm eating the Lay's sour cream and onion.
I'm more partial to Y's sour cream and onion.
So I don't give a fuck what it is. As long as it's sour cream and onion, I eat it.
Even Pringles?
Oh, especially Pringles. Nigga, I dog them shits out in a matter of a second.
Yes, Pringles are good.
I don't know. I don't like their sour cream and onion.
Cheddar's my go-to.
Like, I eat the sour cream and onion Pringles, but my go-to for Pringles is the honey mustard one.
Oh, yes. Damn, then we said yes the same way.
Yeah.
I had them shits one time, boy, and I OD'd on them shit. I ate them shits so much, I started getting sick one day.
Yeah, you can't overeat them. You start feeling funny.
Yeah.
OG Pringles.
So I haven't ate them in a while, but if I find them, I'm getting them.
The OGs are good too.
I don't know. They taste like cardboard now. They changed.
Oh, I don't know. I never buy the OG just because why? There's other flavors, but pizza flavor. I haven't had pizza flavor since I was a little kid.
They have like there's like, I think it's called like Fritos Jacked or something. They're like thick as fuck, and they're like They're like they have like ridges on one or whatever. Those are pretty good.
We got an orchestra over here.
Yeah, no. Weird Uber driver. Very weird.
All right. Some wrestling.
I saw Charlotte. Then he asked me this weird thing of, what would you do if someone just kidnapped you in a car?
Whoa.
Whoa. Uber drivers do weird shit like that. What is with them with you?
Yo. I was just like, why are you trying to kidnap?
My wife always gets the weirdest Uber drivers to ask her the weirdest shit.
Wow. Yeah, that's weird.
Like, they ain't her only. I know they ain't her only child. They ain't her only chance. Another Uber driver asked her what she believed in religion, and they start talking about all the bad shit he was doing. And I'm like, he's gonna kill you and kidnap you, and I can't do shit because I was in New Jersey at the time.
Yeah, that's mad weird. All right, some wrestling.
So what you want to start off with? What you want to start off with first?
We're gonna do double or nothing first.
Oh, let's talk about double or nothing.
All right. I'm not going to say it was bad. It was just really, really strange. Because, like, I liked the quote-unquote bad stuff, but it wasn't, top notch. Let's put it that way. Did you see the pre-show? Because I didn't watch the pre-show.
No, actually, we got to have a damn pre-show to really be honest with you.
Okay, so they kicked the night off with the casino ladder match, which is basically Money in the Bank, but instead of a briefcase, you grab a giant poker chip. It was Darby Allin, Colt Cabana, Orange Cassidy, Joey Janela, Scorpio Sky, Kip Sabian, Jimmy Havoc, Frankie Kazarian, and Luchasaurus. And then the surprise entrant number 9, which was Brian Cage, formerly of Impact.
I was happy to see him there. I was like, I do want to see him and Dean go at it.
Okay,
that's a different kind of style. But Brian Cage, as big as he is, he's like a cruiserweight against Dean Ambrose to stand on the ground and fight standing up bullshit. I was like, I want to see them two fight. I'm okay with this. It was just weird to just throw him in that like that.
Yeah, going into it, I'm like, either the surprise entrant is going to win, or it might be Darby Allin, because he's the only other one in that match that would have made sense to win.
I'm just mad that Brian Cage came out and had that ladder and then ripped it apart. I said, what was the whole purpose to show that shrimp? Nigga, we already know you're strong. That was pointless.
Now, oh man, I don't even know where to begin with this match. There were just so many spots in this match that didn't make any kind of sense. It was like they were just doing a spot to do a spot. And then apparently Orange Cassidy doesn't know how to use a ladder.
First of all, Orange Cassidy made me laugh when he came out and he asked them, so what are the rules again? They're like, we told you already 9 times. You got to climb a ladder, good thing. He was like, damn it. Oh.
And then there was just so much outside interference in this match. You had Penelope Ford and Jimmy Havoc. You had the Best Friends come out. So it ended up being like a 15-person match, even though there was 9 contestants.
Calvin said Taz looked like a hitman.
Oh, yeah.
It was weird, but it was entertaining to watch.
Yeah, good. I like Taz and Brian Cage together. Somebody said it doesn't make sense, but I like them together.
First of all, when he got there on his Twitter page, Brian Cage said, Taz will quote, beat me if you can, survive if I'll let you. Yes. I said, you know what? I'm okay with this.
Yes. Survive if I let you. All right.
Like, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with Brian Cage adopting that right now.
Now here's the funny thing. The winner gets an AEW title shot, but apparently they're booking the match for you. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna have the match when I want. So what was the purpose of having this match?
Just to have something that was entertaining as fuck at the beginning. That's about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it entertaining, but
it was entertaining to some people.
Yeah, it to me it didn't live up to any Money in the Bank / ladder matches that WWE has put on, like their best. It wasn't TLC 1. It wasn't Money in the Bank 2011. It wasn't Money in the Bank 2016. It wasn't up there.
Yeah, well, it was their first time having it, so
yeah.
It was good. It was good for a first try.
Now, my favorite match of the night MJF versus Jungle Boy. That was wrestling.
That was a sleeper match right there. I didn't expect it to be that good of a match.
Because MJF knows how to work. There was no crowd, but he knows how to work a room. Let's put it that way.
He does. He has learned great from over the course of his time around wrestling in the indie circuit and also getting pushed by Samoa Joe. He has learned a lot.
Yeah, and Jungle Boy also. Jungle Boy, he's incredible for his age. He knows how to sell. He knows how to play the underdog. And when it's his time to shine in a match, he takes advantage of it.
Hey, how old is Jungle Boy?
He's 23, and then MJF is 24.
That ain't bad.
Yeah. My only criticism of that match was the Hurricane Rana off the top rope to the apron that didn't quite land properly. So they could have done without that one, but you know.
Hey man, they only could do so much in AEW.
The pitiful looking TNT Championship. I understand, you know, it didn't get finished because of the ongoing global situation. So the company that was making the belt, they had to shut down or whatever, and they didn't finish it. But given what it looks like, I'm still not impressed, even if it was finished. What was the need for the red belt? Red belts are cursed. Except for New Japan's United States Championship.
I'm about to say red belts only curse when it comes to WWE. AEW got something playing sides. Remember, this is supposed to be with TNT. And TNT used to be known for their red background and fire. So I guess they was like, fuck it, we don't want to do fire. So I guess we just go red.
I guess.
All I know is the normal guy on Twitter that talks about belts and shit said that the version 2 will be more flashy, and they're already working on it right now.
Oh, so they're going to completely redo the belt now that it's like, you know, spoiled?
Well, technically, they're not going to redo it. It was never fully finished. That's why, like, the side plates got the panels where the diamond is supposed to go, but there's no diamonds in it.
Uh-huh.
But he already said on Twitter to everybody, he said the second one's going to be gold and platinum parts.
Right.
It will be diamond encrusted, and there will be more to it. He said, but version 2 is like in the works already being made. He said, so look for it in a couple of weeks to be shown on TV.
Okay. So Cody won the match. The match was okay. I'm not going to rip apart the match. I don't think Cody should have won. I think Lance Archer should have won because you built him up.
I think so too. But same thing. I kind of like Cody won for some of the fact that Cody's good on the mic.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to see Jake the Snake Roberts every night on the mic talking for him. And then it just makes him look like a non-talking champion, even though that would make him look more strong as a monster.
Brock Lesnar?
It'd be Brock all over again. So I guess they didn't want to go that route.
But I guess Cody overcame the situation. I guess that's what the narrative they were going with. Because first you had Lance Archer beat Dustin. Then you had the thing where Jake Roberts dry humped Brandy. So I guess Cody got his revenge. Is that what they're going with?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I still wanted Lance Archer to win because, you know, just have the time. They seem to beat anytime they produce a dominant person. They then beat them. You beat Brian Cobb on his first night. You beat Wardlow on his first night. You beat Lance Archer too soon. I don't think he should have lost yet. He's only been there for 2 months. Who else? They've now beaten Jake Hager. I don't think he should have lost so fast. So every big monster heel they've put in the company, they've already beaten.
All I know is we was almost close to my Mike Tyson punching Lance Archer in the face.
Yep.
I told you, if he'd ate that and Cody would have still won, that'd have made him look like a beast right there. So he had to get interference to help him lose.
Yeah. The next match was Chris Statlander versus Penelope Ford because Britt Baker is injured because Chris Statlander dropped Nyla Rose on Britt Baker's leg.
Yeah, did she tell did it mess up her ACL?
Yeah, she's out till like September. Britt Baker. Yeah,
and she was just picking up steam too. That makes it suck so bad.
Yeah, because when she came out on Dynamite, she said, "I'll be back for All Out," which is in September.
Damn, she was just getting steam, and people was just gonna like her character, and now she's gonna be gone for a while.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Chris Stratlander. Stop booping people, maybe, and focus on your wrestling. And
She's
I like her.
Jack of AEW.
I like her. I like her in the ring. I don't like the booping the nose thing, and she seems to injure people. So I don't know where this is going. Oh, but I like Penelope Ford. I think this is the first match I've watched of hers. She's really good. I think she can blossom into something good.
I was okay with the match. The match was a decent women match, even though we don't get many of those on AEW.
Well, that's because their talent pool is very, very short.
Well, yeah, that too, and also most of their talent is from Japan, and they suck.
And Kenny Omega masturbates to them, but that's another story.
Oh yeah.
Next up, we had an interrupted Sean Spears news segment by Dustin.
Yeah. It was weird. It was weird, but it was good for the moment to make up that little bit of space and time for that little segment.
Yeah.
It was a good call for it, but I was like, why the fuck is this here?
And then basically, long story short, Dustin Rhodes ripped off Sean Spears' suit and he wrestled him in his underwear, and Dustin just beat him clean in the middle of the ring with, what does he call the curtain call now? I forgot what it's called. The last
I forgot
reckoning?
what that shit is called.
Is it the last reckoning?
I think so. Even though that name still sounds better than curtain call.
Nah, I like curtain call.
I like last reckoning because this is his last ride any damn way.
Yeah. All right. Next up, Hikaru Shida versus Nyla Rose. Where do we begin with this match? AEW doesn't like monster heels. They don't. You had Nyla Rose lose 3 times to Riho, the 90-pound Japanese schoolgirl, before beating her for the title. And now you had Nyla Rose taking all kinds of bumps all over the ring, all through furniture, to lose with no interference, no outside help, just to lose clean in a no DQ match to Hikaru Shida. Now, Shida can wrestle. I'm not going to take that away from her. She's great in the ring. But just they kill every monster heel gimmick in this company.
Hey, man. I guess they don't want to be like WWE. I guess they don't want to have these super dominant heels run their company. They want to let everybody else run their company. At least they're not doing like Vince and making them wear dumbass outfits and burying them with the gold and platinum shovel with the encrusted diamonds. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean Triple H. Sorry.
No. The talent picks their own dumb costumes like Brody Lee, but we'll leave that.
Man, look. Hey, look. I would take Brody Lee dumb costume than WWE talent relations doing a rival stupid ass costume.
Yeah.
Before we go further, did you see the clip of Being Elite?
No, I don't watch Being Elite.
Right before this whole little pay-per-view they had happen, the Young Bucks had new gear they was going to wear.
Oh, it was supposed to look like the Revival's gimmick from WWE, right?
Dude, it was actually the 1-to-1 real picture of the concept. They got it really fucking made.
Yeah.
And I was like, they look stupid as fuck.
I thought the picture that they posted was like actual gear that they wore once upon a time.
No, that was the gear. No, what, you talking for Young Bucks?
Yeah.
No, they never wore the gear like that. Their shit was just like, they wore wrestling tights, but they were just like one solid color.
Okay.
There was no armband. There was no jacket at the time. There was no headband. They just came out there like lime green wrestling tights and some boots.
Okay.
But that shit was funny as hell. I was like, yeah, you could tell the Orion was going there now because they wouldn't even get that far with picking with something if they wasn't showing up.
Yeah. Our World Championship match. Jon Moxley versus Brody Lee ended in chokeout TKO. Jon Moxley beats Brody Lee. This match was not a no DQ, but they did how much stuff outside the ring and used weapons and distractions, and nobody got disqualified?
Hey, man, it's a heavyweight title match between two WWE wrestlers that was good and didn't get a shot. I guess they was like, look, we're going to say no DQ, but, you can do whatever the fuck you want. We don't give a fuck as long as you bring some Raiders in.
I wish rules were a thing. I mean, at the very beginning, on the very beginning of Dynamite, they said, "Oh, we're going to enforce rules. Here's the rules to the matches," and all the rules went out the window 3 weeks later.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, in wrestling, there's only one rule. There is no rules.
Yeah, because they called it sports-based wrestling. There's no sport in this. It's just wrestling.
I think the reason why they call it sport-based wrestling because it's in a football field.
No. I'm saying when Dynamite started last year in September, they were pushing, okay, we're going to have sports-based wrestling. We're going to cut the comedy. We're going to cut the storylines. And what are they doing? It's full of comedy. It's full of storylines. And there's very little sport involved.
I don't know. Can you consider it real full storylines? Because if they are storylines, them shits are short as fuck. They don't have no real long storyline like WWE where they want to prolong your storyline for like 9 months.
Oh yeah. Well, they're hot shotting everything. Nothing lasts longer than a month or two.
Yeah, because like that whole little shit with the Young Bucks and Hangman Page and Omega, that shit got ended quicker than what I thought it was going to be.
Well, no, that got ended by the ongoing global situation because all of a sudden the Young Bucks were off of TV. And then there was the Stadium Stampede match, which stole the finish from The Miz versus Shane McMahon at WrestleMania 35, where they did the move off the scaffolding, threw a crash pad into an airbag, and didn't even try to hide the airbag.
Why would they need to? All I know is online, when that match happened, I was like, I'm not going to watch it. I want to see what the internet's going to say. Because, the internet is king. The motherfucker's not going to lie. They're not going to say that this shit is great. They're not going to admit this. Everybody that was doubtful at the end of that match was like, that was probably the most entertaining fucking match they have ever seen. And I was like, these are people I'm following that be bashing the fuck out of these damn fucking shows. They be bashing the hell out of them. They was like, that was the most entertaining shit that I ever seen. And I was like, okay, now I'm going to go watch it. And I watched it. I was like, some of these spots they did was pretty entertaining. Some shit was funny. Like the shit with Matt Hardy and
the pool.
The pool. I thought it was funny because I was like, okay, so how is he changing his persona in there? That's regular pool water. Until he tweeted out about it. He was like, yeah. Before we had the match, I surveyed the football field and I found there was a pool, so I broke some water from the lake of reincarnation just in case we had to go up that way. I said, at least he came up with a goddamn reason why the fuck he was able to change in that water.
Yeah.
But I think the only part that made me laugh the most is when they were trying to drown him and he came version 2 and he tried to drown him again, and then the old school version 1 map facts popped up on the screen and they looked off screen and actually was reading it, and I was like, okay, see, that's funny. I can deal with that. At least you acknowledge that you can see that shit even though it's not supposed to be seen.
Yeah.
But that right there like that really stole the show for them. Even though they put the ring, like wasn't the ring in the middle, like at the 50-yard line?
Yeah. It was used for approximately 3 minutes by Jericho and was it Jericho and Omega?
Yeah. Hangman Page had to be a hangman to come in there on a goddamn horse.
I think that's the only thing I liked was him chasing Sammy Guevara on a horse and then going to the bar. Other than that, it missed me.
This is only one question I had, one issue I got. Why is Sammy Guevara the sacrificial goat every time?
Because he's the little dweeb. He's the little asshole. That's why that happens to him.
He's literally the sacrificial goat every time some shit want to go down. And I'm starting to feel bad just a little bit. Look, what do you rate this?
What, the whole pay-per-view or the match?
The whole pay-per-view in general.
On a scale of 1 to 10, a 5. I didn't skip through it. I didn't shut it off. I just wasn't entertained.
I gave it a 7 just for the simple fact there was just those funny moments that they kept me wanting to watch it more to see what the hell was happening. It ain't like WWE ones where the match start and I already know the outcome, so I'm gonna go do something else for a while until the match is over.
I feel like this is one of those pay-per-views. If WWE produced this pay-per-view, the internet would rip it to fucking shreds. It'd be like, what is this horseshit?
They would have. They'd rip it to shreds.
But because it's AEW, people defend it. Oh, it's different. It's cool.
Let's talk about Raw.
What happened on Raw? I don't really remember. Was Raw was this? No, that was last week, right? Where Austin Theory got turned on by Andrade and Zelina. Was that last week or this week?
Yeah, that was last week. Because this week he came out to Seth Rollins' theme with his new black and silver apprentice wrestling tights with his new symbol on the front.
Oh yes.
Black leather jacket with the lightning on it.
Yeah.
So now I guess he's a full disciple now.
What else did we have? We had the Iconics made up. It looked like they were going to break up last week, so they're back together. And they had a they attacked Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss.
Yeah. Apollo Crews finally won a fucking title.
Yes, in a very cold match because it came out of nowhere.
Well, it didn't come out of nowhere. It was going to happen eventually. Ever since they had that one match and they fucked his leg up, and then he didn't get a chance to go to Money in the Bank. So you knew that match was going to happen.
Right,
eventually.
I forgot. Okay, I forgot about that. That did happen.
So it was going to happen eventually, but I'm happy for him. They finally gave him a belt, so they finally seen something in him finally instead of keeping him around. Titus O'Neil and that worldwide bullshit that died a long time ago.
Yeah.
BBB.
Big Black and Bald.
Yep.
Big Black and Bald. The faction that never was. Let's see. We had the KO show featuring Charlotte Flair, Nia Jax, Natalya, and Asuka because there was a number one contenders match later on the night to face Asuka at Backlash, and Nia Jax won, pinning Natalya because, of course, Charlotte was not going to take the fall.
Can I tell you that I was scared? I thought Charlotte was going to win that.
Seriously?
I was so scared. I was like, they let Charlotte win this bitch and she gets the Raw title. I said, oh my God, bro. They just might put all 3 belts on her and call it a day.
Charlotte 3 belts? Well, she's already Charlotte 3 shows. She might as well be Charlotte 3 belts.
Word. Might as well. Shit. Becky was already Becky 2 belts. Why not Charlotte 3 belts? Shit, fuck it.
Or Charlotte 4 belts. Give her the NXT UK Women's Championship is 4 as well.
Oh my God! Have her walk around with all that gold. She would need a. She would have to be like Michelle McCool, and she would need a personal lackey to walk around holding the rest of her belts.
What the Viking Raiders and the Street Profits had a golf match, or was that next week?
Yeah, no, they already had it. It was this week. They had a golf match, but then they come to realize that the Viking Raiders was bad at real golf, so then they went and did mini golf. Yeah. And they end up being bad at that also. I'm just happy the fact that they're just using them to do these segments because if this was regular TV and they didn't have no beef, they would just be sitting in the back until Vince feel like he needs them to do something in a tag team match.
Well, I think that's the only way you can book 2 babyface teams because they can't have animosity if they're both babyface.
Yeah, but since you can't look at Drew Gulak and fucking Daniel. They had a good match and they both baby faces. Shit.
No, but I'm saying an ongoing rivalry between 2 babyface teams.
Well, you could have one. Then eventually you could turn one of them heel. Like you can turn the Viking. You can turn the I'm fucking the War Raiders. I don't give a fuck. That Viking shit still.
Yes, War Raiders. Thank you. Thank you.
Like you can turn the War Raiders into fucking heels.
Wait. War Machine, sir. War Machine. Let's go all the way back. War Machine.
Oh, you gonna go that far?
Yes.
War Machine could have been. They could be heels at this point right now because
weren't they heels in ROH?
Mm-hmm.
Weren't they heels in ROH anyway?
They was heels in ROH and they was temporarily heels for a while in New Japan until they had beef with the Bullet Club. Then they became faces over there. Cause they was like the big heel tag team besides the Bullet Club, and then once they got in fights with Bullet Club, they became faces. And then when they went ROH, they became heels again.
And that was pretty much it for Raw, right?
No. You also had the MVP little show with Drew McIntyre.
Oh yeah, he just said,
telling him
"Fuck it,
Bobby
let's fight."
Lashley's going to take it.
Yeah.
Also, WWE, I guess, have seen the light and used their NXT Performance Center and their NXT wrestlers to be their crowd. But they got them guys standing for 3 hours.
Oh yes, thank you for bringing that up. Oh my God. It took them how long to finally get the idea to put somebody in the crowd, like AEW's been doing the whole time. But of course, WWE made it weird. They put up the freaking glass walls behind the barricade, so now there's this partition between the wrestlers and their fake crowd, and their fake crowd is socially distanced. Everybody's standing 6 feet apart, and they're standing. They're not leaning against the wall. They're not leaning against the railing. They're not sitting. They're perfectly standing 6 feet apart for 2 hours straight. Why did you make it look so fucking phony?
I don't know. What made it even more weird is when they announced it in the KO show, and then they started like zooming in on them as they be in the crowd. And I was like, this is awkward. Like, I feel like they're getting put on the spot for no fucking reason.
It's a staged crowd. At least with AEW, okay, you have the heels on one side of the ring, you have the baby faces on one side of the ring, and they cheer at the appropriate times. Now it's just staged because everybody, you don't know, because they're just supposed to be neutral. Everybody's wearing a friggin' t-shirt too. They're all wearing somebody's t-shirt. There's a Braun Strowman t-shirt. There's a Fiend t-shirt. There's a Daniel Bryan t-shirt. There's a Street Profits t-shirt, and they're just cheering and booing when they're supposed to.
There was a Becky "I'm the Man" t-shirt.
Yeah.
And they zoomed in on that, especially like they zoomed in on that like 3 times that whole damn night.
Of course, WWE ruined a good thing. That's what they do best. They ruin a good thing.
Also, I don't know if you noticed, but JoJo just had another baby.
What?
Yeah, she had a little girl. Her and Bray Wyatt have 2 kids now.
Hold on. Bray Wyatt's still dropping loads like that?
Bruh, their first baby just turned 1, and this baby was just born like day before yesterday.
Jesus Christ. Oh, hold on. Now you're making me go to Google.
Smooches sent it to me through Instagram, and she said, "Look at this." And I'm like, "Okay, JoJo holding the baby." I looked at that comment. She goes, "Yeah, we want to welcome such and such." And I was like, "Wait, what?"
Holy shit!
And they're like, "Yeah, she just gave birth."
Yeah, her name is Hyrie Von Rotunda.
So for her to give birth and her daughter's 1, that means 3 months after she healed from being pregnant, he got her pregnant again.
Oh yeah, he was up in it as soon as she healed. He was up in it.
Like, Jesus Christ, Bray,
he's a fiend.
You're a man that shoots sniper shots.
No, he's a fiend. That's what he is. He's a fiend.
Oh, it's JoJo. Wouldn't you be a fiend?
Well, obviously.
Shit, JoJo, lucky she had that 1. They'd be like, "What happened? She had triplets." Nigga, when did you have that? Don't worry about it. Just know I'm dropping loads in there. Oh, also a funny joke story.
Okay.
There's a tattoo artist that talks about people tattoos in the world, like movies and wrestlers.
Uh-huh.
They was talking about wrestler ones. So, they talked about Brock. They talked about The Rock and all this shit. Then they got to this tattoo on his hand that says talk shit, get bit by Paige.
Right.
So people was like, that's gonna look stupid. After a couple years, it's gonna look smudged. One guy up there said the one line and killed her for all eternity. He said, "Oh, that's Paige. It don't matter. It'll be covered in semen before the month is over." I was like, "Holy shit, bruh!" I think that thing has like almost like 400 something comments, bruh. Half of the first couple of them was like, "Yo, he killed Paige on that shit. That's fucked up."
Oh, she's catching like mad heat on Twitch because apparently she games on Twitch now, and the whole internet's like, "Oh, people only watch you because your tits are out all the time." And so like for a week straight, she wore like a hoodie with like the hood like tied up, and you all you saw was her eyes. Did you catch that one?
First of all, I follow her on Twitch.
Okay.
Shit, I was one of watching. Fuck that.
Wait. Champion Jobber said JoJo's Mexican? She's Mexican?
She's mixed.
I was about to say she can't be 100% Mexican.
She's mixed.
No, she's mixed.
Hold on. I was just looking at her.
No offense to Mexicans, but that ass don't look Mexican.
Oh no, that ass like eat a couple of tacos and burritos here and there.
Hold on, personal life. Offerman is the daughter of professional baseball player Jose Offerman. She was of Mexican and Dominican descent.
Okay, I figured. Yeah, because Mexicans be having nice bodies, but no, they don't be having big, thick asses like that.
Yeah. Her dad is Dominican.
Look at her now. She's never going to be Drake Maverick's wife at the end of the day.
Oh God. Yeah, I think she might be the prettiest wife in wrestling right now.
Wow.
Next to Randy's wife, yeah, she is.
Well, Randy's wife has some miles on her. She's on kid number 6 or 7.
Hey man, look, she got some miles on her, but that body don't look like she had any of the motherfuckers herself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Randy also fucked up and bought a plane.
I don't think he straight up bought a plane. I think he bought a timeshare. I don't think he has plane money. I know he makes a lot of money, but I don't think he has plane money.
Because I don't know how much money Randy makes. You ever seen Randy's house?
Yeah, but he also lives in the middle of nowhere where property is cheap.
I'm about to say shit. He like Brock Lesnar. At least Brock Lesnar got the acres and the farm around.
I guarantee you, Brock's property is less than $2 million, and he has acres. He has fucking acres. He probably has like 50, 60 acres. And he'd probably guarantee his shit costs less than $2 million because it's in the fucking backwoods and property is cheap.
Yo, the chat is saying, Eugene Evans says, "Say yeah." And
yeah.
Yeah.
And then Kelvin is saying, next to Roman Reigns' wife.
Okay. Whoa. Let's talk about Roman Reigns' wife for a second. She's a product of plastic surgery. Go look at her from like 5 years ago or like 8 years ago when he first came to the main roster. Look at her now. She's a totally different person. She's like 15 complexions lighter. She went from this coaster to a paper towel.
God damn.
Her face,
she did, yo.
Her face is a totally different shape. Her nose is a totally different shape. So Roman Reigns' wife, she looked good before. I'm not sure she was ugly. But right now she's a product of plastic surgery. She's a totally different person.
Her name is Galina Becker.
Something like
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just Googled it. I gotta put your thoughts out there into the test.
Yeah. No, I'm just Google Roman Reigns' wife and find an old picture and a new one. She's a totally different person.
I'm put before and after.
Yo, you know what she is? She's Dana Brooke from 2K19 and then Dana Brooke from 2020.
No, he didn't. Bring that
up.
You see what I'm talking about, right, Marv?
Wow.
She's two different people.
What is that, skin bleaching? Like, damn.
Whatever it is, yeah.
Or maybe it's light makeup. Well, I don't know. Her arms.
Probably both.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Because she went from looking, because I think I forgot what she is, whatever her background is. She went from looking ethnic, now she just looks like a white woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, like on a scale of 1 to 10 before, for like Roman, she was like a solid 7 for him. And then she just all of a sudden became like a solid 20 all of a sudden. Like, bitch, how the hell you just skip numbers like that?
Yeah, Galina Becker. Yeah, she's a totally different person now. Again, she wasn't ugly before. She just looks like a different person now that he's making money. But anyway, NXT. This fucking pit fight, that's what's up.
Word. I'm happy they run Kurt Angle there as a referee for that shit. I said, boy, I'm happy they got him.
First of all, it didn't make sense for him to be there, but I'm not mad that it was Kurt Angle, so I'll take Kurt Angle. But, yo, what was that, like 2 minutes into the match? Matt Riddle went off the cage and kicked Timothy Thatcher in the face, and his fucking teeth fell out. Boy. Yo, they picked the right two people. Because if you try to pick two work rate people to do that match, it wouldn't have worked. You needed people that were, like, that are legitimate shoot fighters.
Word, and them two right there was probably the top two to go for right there. And also, side note.
Oh, Kyle O'Reilly would have worked in that match because he did MMA at 1.2. But go ahead.
Look, also to state something, that might have was Matt Riddle's last match at NXT.
Yeah, I heard they want to take him to SmackDown or something, right?
They wanted him to go to Raw, but that whole shit with him and Brock, they put him to SmackDown instead. Yeah. I still feel like it's stupid.
But yo, I was like, okay, this is either going to be really silly or this is going to be the fucking shit, and it was the fucking shit and a half.
In all fairness, I want to see more of that kind of cage match now.
Yes, I wouldn't be mad if they did it like once a month. It's just like a feature match that if anybody has a grudge, we're gonna put you in a cage and you're gonna shoot fight.
Look, I wouldn't even be mad if they made a belt just for that purpose, just for that to see who the toughest shoot fighter is.
Facts. I will take a shoot fight.
Bro, you guys want to see guys get injured. I would take that
title than any other belt on the roster right now to be seeing more.
Kelvin says Timothy Thatcher got his teeth kicked out and Bobby Fischer as well.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Well, the shoot fighting, you guys want people to get injured, bro.
Yes. Brawl for all too.
Damn.
Look. Mar, it's a difference between wanting to watch people get injured from guys that are used to fighting like that and not getting fully injured because they know what they're doing.
Just make it Fight Club. Forget about the ring. Just make it a Fight Club then.
Well, that's why there was no ropes. It was literally just the ring itself, like the.
Yeah, but just get rid of that
then they
too.
Put a cage around it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was a great environment.
Basically, what it was a upgrade version of that cage they used to have for Ken Shamrock.
The Lions Den.
Yeah, it was just okay. It was just an upgraded version of the Lions Den. Instead of being that weird oval cone shape, it was in the ring. And I also love the fact that they gave it a platform on top of it for no apparent reason.
Yeah, it was a cage match plus a scaffold match put together in perfect harmony.
Because when he got Matt Riddle in that ankle lock, and Matt Riddle was dangling from the top of there trying to get out of it. Yeah. I said, "Boy, that shit like it hurt so goddamn bad."
Yeah. But that's the thing. Other than the fact that he lost teeth, they did that match as safe as possible. You can do it. Because I think they just got too excited and he just kicked him in the face for real.
Hey man, that's why. Hey, look, bro, that's why we put a nigga in the environment they used to. Can you imagine that they put Brock in a match like that against somebody and let him think that's a UFC again? Brock might knock somebody the fuck fully out for real.
What if you put him in there with like Samoa Joe? Because Samoa Joe will fuck somebody up.
Somebody gonna be gone for like 8 months.
Brock and Samoa Joe in the fight pit.
I'll tell you like this right now. If Matt Riddle and Brock ever get on good terms of that, pit them two in that goddamn thing.
Honestly, if Riddle's coming to the main roster, the Goldberg match has to happen.
Goldberg has to happen or Brock. Those two matches got to go down somewhere down the line. Because he talked so much shit about both of those guys.
And in my 2K, Matt Riddle's finisher is the jackhammer. Fuck the bro mission. It's the jackhammer. It's the jack. I have Matt Riddle do the jackhammer, or the bro hammer as he likes to call it.
The bro hammer. I'm not gonna lie. If Matt Riddle would talk shit about Brock and Goldberg at that moment when he kicked homeboy teeth down his throat, I'd have been like, you know what? Matt Riddle about to be he about to have some heat, but in Triple H eyes, he about to be a star all over again.
Yeah. Also on NXT, we had Drake Maverick defeat Kushida and Jake Atlas to advance to the finals of the Cruiserweight Championship. Basically, Drake Maverick is not fired. He's probably going to win the title. And it was a work the whole time.
Basically, what I heard online is from Watch Culture is WWE is putting together their list of people they're hiring back.
Yeah.
And the two main ones on that list is Drake Maverick and Sarah Logan so far.
Yeah. And Kurt Angle, because he's back already.
Well, Kurt Angle never really going to leave. And, all the producers are still going to have their jobs.
Yeah, actually, because, again, the technicality, all the, like, producers and whatnot, they were put on what's called a furlough. They suspend your contract where they can either hire you back or they'll give you a severance and then let you go. So that's why Kurt Angle was back so soon. Joey Gargano defeated Adrian Alanis. Unimportant.
No, that was kind of important. Wait.
The segment at the end.
Invitational.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Gargano Invitational. And now it's about to be some beef between Mia Yang and Keith Lee with them. And I was like, you know what? I'm okay with this. I kind of want to see this go down.
Is this the first time they're using Mia Yim and Keith Lee together on screen?
Yes, this is the first time they're officially announcing them two. They're going to be a couple, even though everybody on Guys We know this now.
Yeah.
They're using them as a couple now.
And it's way better than when they use Seth and Becky on screen. And it's only the first night.
Word. It was a small little skit somewhere them eating, and I was like,
they were in their kitchen. They were in their kitchen eating.
Yeah, like it was still more better than anything WWE can put together with couples at this point.
Yeah. Then it was Rhea Ripley and Io Shirai, who are facing Charlotte at TakeOver in Your House, versus Charlotte Flair and a mystery partner. Her mystery partner ended up being Chelsea Green. And Chelsea Green botched like the first 4 moves she did.
She did, but at least she still got a job because her fiance is at home collecting wrestling toys right now.
Yeah. Next up, we had Adam Cole in a what do they call this? A negotiation with NXT General Manager William Regal, and unfortunately, this segment didn't deliver. I was expecting more from Adam Cole and William Regal, but I guess the material just wasn't there because they were supposed to be negotiating a match, and long story short, William Regal just said, "This is your match." So where was the negotiation?
It was a negotiation of just you sit there in a chair and you say whatever the hell you want, but this is still going to happen.
The same chair he sits in to play Uno on Up, Up, Down, Down with Austin Creed, Mr. OP, and what's Tyler Breeze's name? Prince Pretty.
Yeah, Prince Pretty. We also had that quick match with what the fuck is that blonde haired dude name again with the mustache?
Shit. That was the opening match, right?
Blank. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That dude is like, if he's a TNA and he played a little stalker role, it was weird. But him and NXT doing that now and getting that little psycho thing where he hold niggas and that like Coquina little weird clutch and then he just rubs their head in that trance. I was like, yeah, I'm kind of feeling his little persona now going forward, because when Undisputed Era came out there and they was kicking him and giving him the super kick, he was just eating them shits.
Jumping over to Dynamite. Apparently, the main event of Dynamite, which was the Inner Circle pep rally, it outdrew the Fight Pit in the ratings, which I am completely shocked at. So Chris Jericho.
Why? You know Jericho was money.
But that fight, though, seriously? Chris Jericho just talking shit to Mike Tyson outdrew that fight?
Bruh. First of all, 1, it was Chris Jericho on the mic. 2, it was Mike Tyson coming out to confront Chris Jericho. Something that people would have thought would happen, but nobody really would think would happen.
Uh-huh.
And then, Mike Tyson watching that ripped T-shirt. I'm sorry. Had to sneeze.
Yeah, he needs to get some pointers from Hulk Hogan.
Pointers? Fuck that. He needs somebody. He needs somebody to sniff his shirt at the top in some places so when he rip it off, it don't fall off like a action figure jacket.
He tried like 7 times and he would just say "fuck it" and pulled it down to his waist.
It was weird because he ripped it like this, and then the front part just fell open like a jacket. And I was like, how the fuck did the shirt fall open like that? I've never seen that before.
Or maybe it was.
And then the collar went to rip on his arm, so he tried to pull a net.
Yeah.
And then, you know who he remind me of? He remind me of Lorenzo Ballfather when he was on Raw.
Oh, yes. Yes, because he tried to do the same thing. He tried to rip the T-shirt off.
And I was like, oh, my God. But Jericho made it even more funny. But he's like, okay. He said, okay, I want an apology. Okay, you look good. You're in great shape, but I want an apology. I said, Jericho, why you have to acknowledge that he looked good in shape, bro? Why you didn't even bring that out?
Yeah.
Also, did you realize AEW just skipped the whole social distancing thing with all the motherfuckers in the ring?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was like 30 people in the ring.
Yeah, they just said, fuck the social distancing shit. Fuck this. We just going to do this a one-time gig.
Well, I think all the quarantine stuff is over in Florida.
Yeah, quarantine's been over in Florida since.
Yeah, they're on like phase 3 or something.
Yeah, they only were closed for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We're in Charlotte. We're on phase 2 right now. The most people you can have at a gathering right now is 10 people. Phase 3 for us is back to being regular, going back to the regular shit. And I think that starts next week.
Up here, basically everybody just said, "Fuck it, we're going back to regular life."
Yeah, if you look outside, it looks pretty much back to normal.
First of all, that's up north. You know, niggas don't give a fuck. Like, you can't tell nobody to stay their ass in the house up north. Yeah, that's like telling nigga that don't work, get a job. That shit ain't happening.
It got hot and everybody just went outside like they don't care. So, we had the debut of FTR.
They came in the same way Cody came in, but in a better truck.
Yeah, no. The whole situation was better because they were already driving when the camera cut to them. They weren't sitting there, and then they didn't drive 5 feet like Cody did, which was a complete fucking joke.
I like how they walked in the ring, and Butcher and Blade thought they was going to help them, and they ended up fucking up Butcher and Blade. Yeah. But then the Young Bucks still feel like they're going to like do something. Mm-hmm. I was like, you know what? I do want to see them do this, but I just want to see Cody. I just want to hear Cody say it one time. I just want him say the line one time. Well, I just want him say it one time. They've been saying it for so long, and now they're there.
I don't think he can say it on TV. He can probably do it on Being the Elite.
He might not be elite, but he probably also could say, he probably could just say it and they blur it out.
Yeah.
Now that Cody is a open challenge guy now.
Yeah. Well, it's the TV title. That's what it was going to be. It's the TV title. There's going to be a match every week for the title.
I'm okay with that being there. I'm just not okay with Cody wrestling every week.
Well, he was already doing it anyway.
I know, but now we definitely got to see him with the belt, and I'm like, that's like watching John Cena had a U.S. title and do the open challenge. We had to see John Cena every week.
But those were good matches, though. That was probably some of the best John Cena matches in a very long time.
It was only good matches because John Cena was fighting people that he never fought before. That's the only reason why they was good matches.
Hikaru Shida beat debuting Christy James. What else happened? SoCal Uncensored beat Kip Sabian and Jimmy Havoc. There was a battle royal for the first shot at Cody's TNT Championship, and I forgot who won. Was it Jungle Boy?
I think so. I'm not even sure my damn self now.
Yeah. The final two was Jungle Boy and Orange Cassidy, so it was Jungle Boy. And
AEW's kind of vague right now to me because I remember watching it, but I don't remember the matches at this point.
They didn't have a lot of matches this week. There was a lot of promo segments. Oh, and again, Britt Baker, she announced that she tore ACL and she'll be out till September.
Oh, we also had that little skit with the Elite and Matt Hardy. And, the Young Bucks said, Matt Hardy, can we get a older version of you? And he walked off set for a second, came back as the Extreme Matt Hardy. And it was like, no, we was thinking
a couple years before
a little further back. And what did he come out at? What was his name? Full Throttle?
What was that character called? I forgot. It wasn't Full Throttle.
What was that shit called?
Hold on. Let's go to Google. Anyway, well, speaking of Matt Hardy, tonight Jeff Hardy is facing Daniel Bryan on SmackDown. I believe that is the main event. Matt Hardy.
I'm okay with this match because when have Daniel Bryan ever faced Jeff Hardy before?
High Voltage.
There you go, high voltage. He
Voltage.
came out there with the little move, the little hand segment, look like he doing a W with the Hawaiian shit. I was like, first of all, bro, those are the original Titans from back then too.
Yeah.
They had a sit down with Matt and they asked him about his contract with AEW, and he said his contract with AEW is what he asked WWE for, and they wouldn't give it to him, but they allowed him to do more shit. So he said when the world goes back to normal, he would like to go do New Japan, but he would not. But he said he would not like to do a full-on long-term rivalry. He wants to do something short, like how Jericho did. Right. He want to do just a few appearances over there.
That comment put this guy to sleep.
Hey, it's almost time for us to go, so I can yawn now.
Oh no, Alex is frozen. He's back.
I know. I'm back. I'm frozen. I'm frozen with the doo-doo face on. Yeah, they said he said that he's happy with the contract he got because that's the contract he wanted to do with WWE, but they wanted him there all the time, even though they wasn't using him.
Yeah. And I think that's pretty much it. There was no other major news, was there this week? I can't recall now. Oh, AJ's now on SmackDown. They moved AJ to SmackDown they traded him for a person to be named later, whatever that means. That just means when it's convenient, we're going to move somebody over to Raw, but we don't have anybody right now.
Also, Roman Reigns, the so-called Mr. Man said Roman Reigns is not in bad terms with him, but in actuality, what people were saying in the back that Vince McMahon is still pissed off at him now.
Yeah, because Roman Reigns came out and said, I don't see myself returning anytime soon.
Yeah, so the company to try to build him to be the face of the company next, your face just told you he might not be returning back. So basically, I guess they feel like, yo, you fucked us over.
And that's why they went with the chosen one, Drew McIntyre.
Great choice.
That's what I expected.
Yeah.
Off over there doing the Birdman hand signals.
Is we done or is we finished?
What happened to them boys?
Oh, Dexter Lumis. Yes, thank you, Calvin. Why could we not think of Dexter Lumis?
There you go.
Well, yep, it's time to get out of here. It's been another lovely week. I'm Darth Messiah. Mr. DM, find me in your DMs. And your name?
Alex the motherfucking Hill. And Mr. Man and the Revolt.
No, whoa, they can't even use Revolt now. You know they got sued, right?
P. Diddy?
Really?
No, they got sued by an indie team that's been using the name since 2014.
Oh, because Diddy does own Revolt TV.
So yeah, it's FTR. They have to call themselves FTR.
Wow.
That's crazy.
They can't use Revival. They can't use Revolt. It's FTR. And Mr. Nolly Marv, good night.
Peace out.
We're out of here.